Hacker refused to take FBI bribe and confessed to hacking Hillary's email, so Comey had him arrested. Russian hacker Yevgeny Nikolin claims the FBI offered him money and citizenship if he would accept responsibility for the Clinton email cyber attacks. Nikolin is currently being held at Prague's Pankrak prison. He claims Comey's FBI offered him citizenship and a free apartment for taking the fall over hacking Podesta's emails. Yevgeny Nikolin, I don't know how to pronounce it, was arrested in October of 2016. The U.S. Secret Service has released no evidence to contact Russia to the DNC leaked emails. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has repeatedly stated the Russians were not his source. More, Nikolin claims FBI wanted him to claim he was working for Putin. The Moscow Times reported. The cyber attack has been widely blamed on Kremlin-backed hackers. They told me, you will have to confess to breaking into Clinton's inbox for U.S. President Donald Trump on behalf of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Nikolin wrote, in exchange his interrogators promised U.S. citizenship, an apartment and money, he said. Nikolin was arrested after he refused Comey's bribe and would not take responsibility for the leaked Podesta emails. Russian TASS News reported on this back in May. Nikolin was arrested in Prague on October 5th at the request of the United States. A joint operation was conducted with the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation to apprehend the individual. The United States said he was charged with cyber attacks against U.S. targets. The Czech authorities stated that the suspect had been tracked down via Interpol. Both Russia and the United States demand Nikolin's extradition. In Russia, he is charged with a cyber theft of $3,450 US in 2009. The U.S. and Russia are now fighting over Nikolin. They both fulfilled legal conditions required to secure Mr. Nikolin's extradition. Nikolin faces 30 years in jail, more via Reader MCP. Here are the most important leaks, hacks, non-hacks affecting the 2016 U.S. presidential election. 1. DCCC documents possibly hacked by Guccifer 2.0, published by Guccifer 2.0, nothing super consequential, always overlooked. DNC email documents, most likely by Seth Rich, published by WikiLeaks. These are the emails that got then DNC chairwoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz fired and showed DNC collusion against Crazy Bernie. 3. John Podesta gmail.com emails hacked via an unsophisticated email phishing scam by someone posing as Gmail Tech Security, published by WikiLeaks. These are the emails that talk about spirit cooking, Pizzagate, and collusion with the MSM reporters. These were published by WikiLeaks and had major implications on the Hillary campaign and her trustworthiness. 2 and 3 may be related. 4. Hillary Clinton email.com emails with unsecured servers located in Denver bathroom, New York basement may have been hacked or allowed to be accessed for compensation, a Dropbox scheme by any number of foreign entities, but nothing released during campaign, relates to the 33,000 emails that Hillary allegedly deleted, many of which should be part of federal government records open to FOIA requests. Trump asked the Russians to find these 30,000 emails, said the number 30,000 instead of 33 during one of his rallies. The deep state unmaskers /spies and duped FISA court went into overdrive against the Trump campaign after this press conference joke. It is not clear which hack attempt or successful hack involves Nicholin. What is clear is that Comey and the DNC desperately needed a Russian hacker to take the fall for the leaks. This would feed into their witch hunt of Donald Trump and his sons. So it's all a ploy. And yes, I did hear about this back then, that this guy was being paid. But again, we have it straight from the horse's mouth from WikiLeaks. And now this guy faces 30 years in prison because he wouldn't do it? I mean, Trump has to do something about this, because this is totally disgraceful, this young guy, to being locked up because of this the criminals Comey and Clinton to take the fall. I mean, really? Like, either you do it. Like, what would you do in this situation? Like, really? And you're facing 30 years? So what would you do? It's disgraceful, and he should be released, and Trump should release him. But you know the deep state is not, right? And this guy may have done something, but not to the extent they're talking about. But he wanted, Comey wanted him to take the fall. Totally disgraceful. He was arrested, and now U.S. and Russia are fighting who's going to take custody of him. He didn't want to take the fall, so he's facing 30 years in prison. I mean, that's disgraceful. The real prisoners should be Hillary